What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dissect That Film's Fresh Cuts, where we sit down and talk about new release films, either in theaters or on your favorite streaming services. Today, we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I am your host, Brett Parker. Joining me, as always, is the wonderful Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming. No, there we go. There we go. He did it early. He did it premature.
Shot early. It's okay. I got excited. It happens to people. It's a performance thing. Just chill out, everybody.
He's like, oh, too
And then
early.
the follow-up was delayed. So
yeah,
it's like, would you guys just hurry up already? Anyway, no, go ahead. Are you done yet? Like, I just need a moment.
Anticipation, man.
Oh, how are we today?
Apparently, we're doing better than he is.
This is starting off
great. Perfect.
Woo!
This is perfect, dude. Nothing but
Oh
ups.
man, I swore in the first minute. Demonetized.
Oh,
It's okay, I can bleep it out.
damn
Or
it.
just cut it out. So yeah, we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We both saw it the same weekend, but it's been a couple weeks.
Just you two, not me.
What?
You just said you both saw it. I was like, oh, I wasn't there. I'm sorry.
You didn't see the movie?
No, you said you both watched it.
I mean, I wish I could come down and watch movies with you guys, but
you're like, oh, we both
I need
watched
more
it.
people to go see movies with. I'm probably gonna go see the next movie we cover by myself.
No, wait, what? Don't give us that.
Our next fresh cut. I might have to go see it by myself.
I got people to watch kids. I think maybe.
No. I mean,
I mean, if
I
you
might be
haven't
going
asked,
to
then
the
it's not.
theater by myself, not doing the show by myself.
See,
I wouldn't do it.
Now
if
I'm fucking it up.
No.
See?
Yeah, we're a mess, people. It's okay. That's the name of this show. Hey!
We haven't recorded for a few days.
I know.
We're
Jeez.
rusty.
Don't worry, our Lego Batman review is way better than this will be. No.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. What did we think of it? Let's go around to our non-spoiler thoughts, and then of course we'll jump into spoilers.
Silly dogs.
Yep, that's all. That's it, guys. Review over. Have a great
Yep.
night. See you later.
Okay.
Since you've already spoken, keep going.
I still think the first film is better than this,
Mm-hmm.
but only just.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think the beginning part of the movie has too much ridiculousness in it for me,
Okay.
pacing wise. I think it's just like, what the hell is Sonic doing now? Like, I didn't care for the
Right.
beginning of the movie. Like, the latter portion of the film was better, or anything involving like the main plot, not just like Sonic adapting to Earth life. Like, I didn't care about any of that stuff. There were ridiculous dance numbers, which I don't care for. I actually didn't mind Jim Carrey's in the first one because it was Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. There were some good like sight gags or references to the games that I enjoyed. Not enough music. We actually got a cover of Green Hill Zone in the original game, and Green Hill Zone was only a ringtone in this game.
Mhm.
Game?
Movie.
Yeah.
We're there. We're there.
We're getting there.
It's a movie based on a game.
Video games.
Yay.
I thought there was stuff that just didn't need to be in this movie. Just flat out could have been like done without. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't regret going to see it. And Knuckles and Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik are the best characters in the movie.
I mean, it's Jim Carrey.
Yes.
It's Jim Carrey.
Sonic and Tails are good too. Like, I don't mind them. Like, they feel like like any other modern interpretation of those characters. I feel that it's correct for that. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Your turn, dear.
So for the most part, I enjoyed it. I did like the first one better. I really enjoyed the sister.
Sonic Chew. Chew.
Oh no.
Sonic.
She's typing.
Why do I
here.
keep hearing this?
Don't look it up. Please don't. And that goes for
no.
everybody watching or listening.
See, you've done it, and now it's
You
gonna happen.
Hey,
dig your own
kids.
grave.
Hey, kids. That's how you get viruses. No.
Yeah, they kind of don't walk off.
Listen, we grew up in the 90s when that was actually the truth.
I enjoyed the aunt. She was funny. I liked her.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
Don't.
I'm not judging you.
You are judging me. I feel it. I feel it. Would I watch it again? No.
Really?
I
God, you're bitter.
but I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. But like he said, there are definitely some things they could have cut out. I had to take Saris to the bathroom twice, and I don't feel like I really missed anything. So it's definitely a Cars 2.
No,
No, it's
please,
not that
no,
bad.
no,
Oh, not that
please.
bad, but
Jeez.
not that bad, but I don't feel like I missed anything when I
Okay.
left
All
and
right,
came
all
back.
right.
Like, it was just one of those,
I was gonna say,
it just
don't
kept
put
on
it in
going.
back.
No.
I'm
I'm
just gonna
not
put
saying it's that bad.
I'm gonna
No.
put an out of context tweet on Twitter and tag you, and I'm just like, Angela, Sonic 2 is as bad as Cars 2.
No, say that.
Some people will agree
That
with her.
wasn't
It's fine.
No, it's okay. It's
even
I'm just kidding.
remotely close to what was said. But if the kids wanted to watch it again, I would sit, but I probably wouldn't be too interested in it.
Just
It
go
was
watch There's Something
good.
About Sonic 2. Something about Sonic 2.
It's
Sonic.
what,
Just
8
go watch.
minutes you said?
It's 8 minutes. It's fucking gorgeous. Just watch it.
Is that the
Chili
terminal
dogs.
montage? Oh.
Don't drown in the Totino's pizza roll, Sonic.
This is so off the rails right now.
This is the best episode
Oh
ever.
god,
There you go.
these are the episodes I just hope it happens every time we record.
Oh, I know.
I didn't know
Remember that,
terminal montage
guys?
had done anything.
This is like Final Destination, you know? Just you better
It's
get
gonna
off.
happen.
You derailed.
We have derailed.
You'll get that log through your window. Squeak.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude,
Uh.
I still do not drive behind logging trucks to this day.
It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Are you done with your thoughts, or do you have anything
I'm
else?
done. No,
Oh no,
I'm
I wanted
done.
no, I wasn't pushing. I was just
Oh,
I'm afraid I might.
Stop
I'm afraid I'm step
talking,
into
no.
more shit at this point. We'll just.
Oh man.
Here you
This
go.
is I had a lot of fun with this movie, but I'm also a sucker for these kids movies. I mean, this is made for kids. I mean, it has its adult joke here and there, as all children's movies do for some weird ass reason. It's all to have the parents pay attention, because you're like, you could just be like totally zoned out, but you hear that joke and you're like, wait, am I in a different movie right now? Like, what's going on? That's why they
and
do
I didn't
it.
notice it. Yeah, you don't notice it when you're a kid, and then you watch that same movie later on. I'm like,
whoa.
wow.
Okay.
Of course, you don't get it as a kid.
I had a lot of I thought it was fun. It was, you know, I really Sonic, the first Sonic blew me out of the water, just because I was expecting it to be a pile of garbage, and it was probably one of my favorite video game adaptation movies that I've seen probably ever, because I mean, that's the thing about video games being turned into movies. It doesn't work a lot of the time, but you know, once they changed that awful Sonic design that they had in the first trailer, the original Sonic, and they put the Sonic from the games, are like, yeah, I don't understand why we did that other thing in the first place. It was a good movie, a lot of good performances, cheesy performances, but they were good. Like James Marsden, like he loves performing to nothing. He just loves it. He's been in so many movies where he has to act alongside nothing.
Admittedly, he does a pretty good job acting alongside nothing.
And he also doesn't age. James Marsden looks exactly the same as he did in X-Men, which came out in 2000. Like, he doesn't age.
It's amazing how he can make me forget how much I hate Scott Summers, and he was Scott Summers.
Bad. Dude, Scott Summers as a whole in the entire X-Men like movie franchise sucks. I
know.
Well, we'll get to that when we talk about X-Men.
He was born in 1973.
He looks great. He's fantastic.
Yeah. He's born at the death of the muscle car.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Right? Also, Jim Carrey. I mean, what else do I need to say? It's freaking Jim Carrey. He's wacky as usual. He, you know, is just, I love that it's not just about what he says, it's about how he moves and how he acts. God, he's just so good. And I really, as much as I you know, I I I hope for the best for him, like whatever he decides he wants to do, if he does decide to retire, because he's stated that this is it. Which is it's sad because it's Jim Carrey, but also it's like,
Mhm.
you know, with if you know anything about Jim Carrey outside of acting, it's probably a good thing for him to
Yeah.
step away from this. But we won't get into that.
Look at all those
Um,
wrinkles.
I think it's Tika Sumpter. I'm trying to look at the cast real quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tika
Yes,
Sumpter.
plays Tom's wife. Tom played by James Marsden. She's great. She's gorgeous.
Mhm.
She's
Oh
great.
yeah, she's
She's
beautiful.
fantastic. The woman who plays her sister, Natasha Rothwell, she's hilarious.
I love her.
Shamar Moore, I
Uh,
can't stand the man. I think he's terrible. I think he's a terrible actor. I've never been a fan of this guy from Criminal Minds all the way up to this. I can't stand him. People are like, he's so beautiful. Yes, he's a very attractive man, but he sucks at acting.
He's
He's
built
not
like a
good.
brick shit house,
He
dude.
is. He's
He-
ripped. I
Yeah, damn right he is.
feel like I was watching Top Gun.
What the fuck? Yeah, I know, right?
yeah.
That's all Top Gun is, by the
You know
way.
what's funny?
Just
is-
jets and bros being naked. That's all it is.
I mean,
I'm not wrong
it's not
either.
really spoiling the movie because it's a stupid scene, but they're doing that volleyball game, and like they make it out like James Marsden can't compete because he's not very like he's not like in the same like on the same page or the same. What I'm trying. Somebody help me with the word I'm trying to fucking say.
He's on the same level.
There you go. He's not there.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
that's
he
fair.
is. James Marsden is ripped too. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was
see
like,
his
look at
arms?
this motherfucker's arms. Like,
I was looking at him like,
they're like trying to downplay it. I'm like, dude, take your shirt off, James. I mean,
Show
you're
him.
probably, I mean, you look like a big guy.
I mean, his T-shirt was.
Yeah. Downplay. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it was just so small. Like,
Yeah.
Of course, the voices. I mean, Ben Schwartz. He like to me, even though I've played Sonic games throughout my life, and you have your different interpretation of what Sonic sounds like. Ben Schwartz is Sonic, man. Like, put him in the games now. Like any games in the future, put Ben Schwartz's voice in there because he's
Please.
so good.
He does a good job. He does.
They brought Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who is the actual voice of Tails in the games.
Yeah. Oh, which I thought was a nice touch.
To do the voice of Tails, which I thought was cool. But I think the one thing where I was very like skeptical about, which actually turned out to be great, was Idris Elba doing the voice of Knuckles,
he was
because it makes him
fantastic.
so badass, man.
He-
Knuckles is
he's good.
awesome.
Just talk to me
Yeah.
all day long, and
That's-
I wouldn't care.
That's how
so
I feel
good.
with Keith David.
Love his voice.
Like, he
Keith
could just
David's
talk.
great.
He could just talk to me forever. Like, go ahead,
Side
Keith.
note, I just ordered The Thing in 4K Blu-ray, and Keith David's in that movie.
I did it too.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I'll have to share the site. I'll send you the site that I order movies from. They have all sales all the time on really good
Please do.
4K Blu-rays, but I won't
Please.
share that here. But yeah, Knuckles is badass in this movie. They made his freaking hands bigger, like they're like huge.
Yeah.
And just the details on all these characters are fantastic. Like where you see like the difference between the fur and the quills
Yeah.
Yes.
on each one of them. Even though I know that well, actually, an echidna does have quills. Well, not
Yes.
like a hedgehog, but it's similar.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what an echidna is, look it up. It's a little, it's a small kind of hedgehog looking thing that's from Australia.
Bothered me on Games Done Quick. He kept saying echidna. And I
No,
was like,
he beat him with a fucking hose. Like, right.
Nah. Oh, okay. And Tails is a fox. I just thought Knuckles called. Is Tails a boy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And yes, he's a boy because he is a child. It's like these characters have to be children, right? Like they're, except for maybe Knuckles. I mean, tell me if I'm
necessarily
wrong.
know how old Knuckles
Yeah,
is
it's
supposed
weird.
to be.
Yeah, I noticed how they said Tails' full name in this show.
Miles Tails Prower.
Yes, that's not how it was originally translated. Because it was Miles originally on Sonic 2. It was Miles Tails Prowler. and I wonder if that's just was like an English thing, the LRs,
Right.
when they
It
first
makes sense
translated it
because
in
he's
the
a
back in the day.
fox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always knew that was his name. Thank you, Sonic 2.
Mm-hmm.
Take it.
So here's the thing that confuses me.
Mhm.
So Jim Carrey's character's name is Dr. Robotnik, right? His last
Mhm.
name is Robotnik. Where does the
Uh,
Eggman thing come in? Is it because he's bald?
it's the Japanese side of it. Because if you look at him, like, a lot like, he's kind of egg-shaped, and a lot of his things are kind of, like, egg-centric.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
that's
But
where his name
but
comes
the
from.
thing is like Sonic is the only one who calls him Eggman. And he's and like everybody calls him Robotnik, and then Sonic will come out and be like, call him Eggman. It's like, well, where is the origin in this story? Well, we know the origins of Robotnik in the games is vastly different looking than what Jim Carrey looks like, other than
Yep.
like the massive mustache and the bald head and the way he dresses. But yeah, the Eggman it was kind of confusing. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but it was like, I wish I knew kind of like how it all comes into play in this universe of
I
Sonic.
wanna say Eggman his name was originally just called Eggman, and
Okay.
I wanna say it's now so Sonic, like, lore experts, I guess, upkeepers of the lore, let us know how wrong I am, but I'm pretty sure in Japan he was just called Eggman, and the Robotnik name was made the States
Gotcha.
to make it sound less ridiculous.
See, that's when I started playing Sonic, I only knew him as Eggman because I didn't have we just had a cartridge. We didn't have anything else. Nothing came with it. I was
Yeah,
like,
Sonic always called him that, like, it really started picking up in, like, Sonic Adventure when you really started calling him Eggman,
but
because
that's all
everything
I
before
ever
was just
knew.
because he was just Ivo Robotnik was what everybody always called him, like, in the shows, but I think that was just a marketing thing. And then
Shoot.
and Sega well, admittedly, his original concept name could have been Eggman, and they changed it because Sega was always so tied to the United States because they were
Right.
started in Hawaii, so
Yeah. Do
I
we
don't
want
know.
to talk about
Mhm.
how Sonic Adventures 2 is like one of the greatest games ever made?
Yeah, we should bring Adam in and talk about this, that'd be
No, that's
fantastic.
why I
He'd love
said
it.
that. I just
Yeah.
wanted
No,
to
no,
say that to
I
kind of
know.
hope he was listening and then him go, no! And he never listens to our
Bullshit!
show again.
Please.
You'll
Go away!
you'll know when he listens to it. You'll hear it in the air. It'll
There'll be a tweet. He's like, I listened to one of my favorite podcasts last night, and they talked about Sonic Adventure 2 being great. Canceled. It's like,
Yes.
we did
Cancel
it, guys.
culture.
We
Yes.
won.
Please, we want to hashtag cancel dissect that film.
Get it going, people.
So
that.
I want to say this Agent Stone. Does anybody? I think I know the reference for this character. Okay,
I don't even know who he is. I've never even heard of this guy. His name is
okay.
Lee Majdoub or
I know. I know.
Majdoub.
Obviously, he was in the first one, but I think he's a reference to any of those old fuckers like me out there. If anybody watched the Sonic Adventure or the Sonic Adventures of Sonic television show, not the Sonic and Tails show where it always played in the Hall of the Mountain King, not that one with that. No, the one with Sally and uh, it was Sally and then the Robot Bunny and then the other guy. I can't remember them all there, but there was the Walrus dude too. But he had a sidekick that was always with him. He's a sniveling little piece of shit. His name was Snive.
I mean,
His name was Snively. Ironically, it was a good show. It's way better than the other one. But I think that's what he's supposed to be a reference to. Where he always had
He's-
like this little pissant dude falling. I don't mind his character in this show. I actually like him.
I don't.
I
Really
I think he's-
don't?
I
Like,
think I think he's a pointless
don't.
character, and also the dumbass cop.
okay, he was pointless.
He's pointless too. Like it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, here's some humor. It's like that's what this movie is. It's a fucking comedy. There are funny
Yep.
people already doing funny things. I don't need this idiot who somehow
Fair
became
play.
a cop.
Wade.
Oh, I can't stand.
That's
So
Wade.
Yeah.
I
Those,
can't-
admittedly, all that probably
Sorry.
could have been axed. But I don't
Oh,
mind this guy,
100%,
this character.
yeah. He's fine. I guess it's fine because of the way I liked Stone better in the first one,
His
just because he
making
was more
coffee.
involved with Robotnik.
Yep.
Where this one is just like he's like obsessed with him. Like he's
He,
literally like making a cappuccino and doing the foam thing with Eggman. How he did that is just spectacular. But
Yeah.
it's like
I-
this is stupid.
I think I get what you're saying because in the first one he felt like he was more significant, like on screen, and
Yeah,
how he would act with Eggman.
he was
And
more
in this one,
involved.
he just kind of feels like he's just there,
Yeah, pretty
kind
much.
of like that other cop. He's just there.
Yep.
Okay,
For
just
added
making sure it
things
wasn't
that
just me.
don't need to be there.
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, this movie was directed by Jeff Fowler, who directed the first one. He also has been involved in he's been involved in a lot of animation stuff. He's an animator. He actually worked
Okay.
on Shadow the Hedgehog back in 2005. He was a
Oh
CG
my god,
movie production manager.
that's why that explains everything.
Mickey's
and,
Choice Upon Christmas.
and he is set to direct the 2022 reboot of the Pink Panther.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's about it for his career.
Listen,
I mean, he's probably done a lot of other stuff, but that is
He
the
was-
most notable stuff for him.
He was in the animation department for Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas.
Yes, what a great set of short films there.
when fuck when so Pink Panther came on, that was time to change the fucking channel. That's what time it was. I was
Okay.
never a big Pink Panther fan. I don't want to hear it.
Okay,
Go
no.
ahead. Actually, I do want to hear it. Go
Oh
ahead.
boy.
So
Don't worry, guys. We're gonna talk about Sonic at some point. Keep going.
I can't remember what the show was. I just remember it coming on Saturday mornings. Stop it.
I'll grab my
Kick
phone.
you out of your chair.
I
Mhm.
love you.
I love you too. It was like a game show thing, and that's where I was introduced to Rocky and Bullwinkle, which is amazing.
Great.
Love Rocky and Bullwinkle.
God, that live
But
action
I was-
movie.
So
Top tier.
Natasha.
I was also introduced to Mr. Magoo and the Pink Panther, and I loved it.
Mr. Magoo, that blind ass bastard.
The-
Like, I love this show.
And I-
This show is like, what happens if an old guy is blind, and that's the whole show. Nothing against people who are old, blind, or both. I'm just saying.
Shush, I'm talking.
Carry on.
I enjoyed Pink Panther.
I just never got into it.
Yeah. I was always
I'm glad you
sad
did.
because I really liked the cartoon Pink Panther, and then I would watch the show, and it wasn't just the cartoon, and I was like, "This is nope, not a fan
Oh,
of
the
that."
live action one.
Yeah.
No. Like before the show, the live show with what's the main
Oh.
character's name in Pink Panther? Freaking Crusoe or something like that.
Sure.
They would show like
Yeah.
the intro was the Pink Panther, like a Pink Panther,
Yeah.
like doing things like animated. And
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that was the show. I thought it was like the adventures of
find
the
this.
Pink Panther, not the Pink Panther was a jewel. I was like, this is dumb. I don't, this is not what I signed up for.
There's an actual animated Pink Panther show, though.
Probably.
I just
that came out
remember
later after I didn't give a shit.
The
anymore.
animated one.
No, yeah, I don't know. Not Pocky and Rocky. Google.
So, this movie released
Oh.
April 8th, 2022 in the United States, and it's getting released in August 19th of 2022 in Japan. They're getting it nice and late.
Why so late?
I don't know. This movie was 2 hours and 2 minutes. Dan's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
He's
keep
he's plugging up his phone.
2 hours and 2
die
minutes.
again.
This movie could have been 20 minutes shorter.
could have.
This I to be honest is I know this is not considered full on animation, but movies like this should not be 2 hours long. It does not need to be this long.
It needs to be that sweet 90 minutes.
I like this movie. I'm not complaining that the movie's bad, but there are some parts that are just too dragged out for kind of just padding, and it's not necessary for a movie like this. You also have to think like this movie is made for kids, and you have to make something that is going to keep the kids' attention throughout the 2 hours. 2 hours. That's why a lot of animated
Yes.
movies are only an hour and a half, hour 20. They need to keep the kids' attention. Sometimes even the adult, because sometimes the adult just starts to float
Yeah,
away somewhere.
The adult is taking the kid to watch the show more than likely in cinema.
Yeah.
So please be respectful to all parties.
Yeah.
Don't be.
Oh, I
Don't
mean,
be
I
fucking telling me.
sat next to a family, and they had like 3 little kids, and the kids were asking questions and talking. But you know what? I enjoyed it regardless of that, because I was like, you know what? These kids, they're kids. Like, I remember going to see Toy Story 4 with my daughter when she was like 2 or 3, and boy, that was a nightmare for me. And I
Sorry.
but like I understand how it is. So you're going to see a kid movie, you got to expect there to be kids, and they're probably going to talk for a lot of the
I
movie.
hated who we sat in front of.
Oh, them loud people behind us.
We were the
God,
only
they're
ones in the
obnoxious.
theater, and they decided to sit behind us.
Oh, I
Admittedly,
would've
the
gotten
theater
up and
did fill
moved.
up. Yeah, because we were the only ones in there for a while, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then it kind of filled up a little
Then
bit.
a group sat in front of us,
Yep, I would've gotten up
and the
and
people
moved.
behind us talked the whole time.
Oh, if
And
it's an
then-
adult, I will turn around and say something.
And they were laughing really loud, which admittedly, there were some parts that were funny, but they were laughing when I was like, that wasn't really funny, and you're like laughing really loud.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
How dare you laugh at something I don't think is funny? Shut up.
I mean, all I could hear him was talking about certain things that were happening in the movie, and I'm like,
Well, you just seen it. You don't
God.
need to narrate it again. I mean,
Yeah, it's like I'm
listen,
seeing this as you're seeing it.
We'll have to do an episode of the podcast where we just talk about like awful theater experiences.
oh, I could tell you all about that shit.
It's gonna be a good time.
The dude that
But-
answered his phone while we
Here
were
go.
watching
No, Angela,
a movie.
I said we're gonna do an episode on that. Not now. We got to talk about Sonic 2 now.
Maybe.
Maybe sometime.
That was so annoying.
We're still talking about the movie. Don't give us that.
He answered his phone twice. Come on.
Oh, the budget on this movie was $90 to $110 million, and currently it sits at $289.1 million, which is, I feel is good. It's the fifth highest grossing film in 2022 so far.
Still respectable.
It's a good amount of money for an animated flick. It's
It'll
not
probably
it's not Disney money, but
It'll do a little coin across the sea when it comes
yeah.
out. So.
It's still got to hit the jet, hit in Japan, which you guarantee there's going to be making a lot of money there since Sonic is pretty big over there.
Yeah, Sega's much more dominant force.
The studio that did a lot of the animation was Blur Studio, which they do a lot of video game animations. They do a lot of the like when video games are doing like full on remakes, like let's say like Shadow of the Colossus, for example. I believe like Blur was the one who they go in and make everything pretty and modern looking compared to like, because you're going from like PS2 to PS4. They do a lot of video game stuff, but I know that they did the all the CG and stuff or the special effects or visual effects, as I should probably start saying, for the first Sonic as well.
Okay, makes sense.
I mean, listen, I got to respect the entire production of both the first and second film because they listened to their fans and did something very drastic to make sure that people actually enjoyed this movie. Because if you had to sit through a movie for 2 hours and look at that just disgusting looking Sonic that they had created, it wouldn't have been where it is now. We wouldn't have gotten a sequel. It probably wouldn't have made a lot of money. But now we based on what we got at the end of this movie, we're gonna get a third one. And I'm excited for it.
Into that, so
I'm really excited for it. I don't care. Like I know that there's a potential that Jim Carrey's not going to be back just by the way that this movie ends. But boy, for some reason, even though I never played that game, which we'll talk about when we say spoilers, I'm excited to see where the Sonic franchise goes from here.
I'm slightly disappointed at the little shock stinger ending or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you why when we get to that point.
Yeah.
Kids were clapping in my theater. I was very confused. I'm like, you guys know what this is? Like, wait, people still play Sonic?
Yep.
But I called it too.
You did, and I was like, I was hoping it was the other thing, but it wasn't.
It was gonna be. I think it was a kind of a fairly easy thing to figure out because it's like, what else would they do? Oh, maybe what's that big old like goofy looking bastard from Sonic Adventures 2? The one who fishes.
Oh, Big the Cat! What the fuck? Don't do that.
Imagine
shit.
out of the shadows and after the credits, out of the shadows, it's just Big the Cat with his fishing pole. Just
Oh,
imagine Adam from Remember the Game sitting in the theater, and he just sees Big the cat come out of the shadow. He literally, I can just imagine him just throwing something at the screen
Lose his
and
shit.
punching a person as he leaves the theater.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
I hope you're listening, Adam. I really do.
Yeah.
We need to make sure he listens to this.
Local crazed podcast host / comedian knocks out child during Sonic 2 screening.
He's
Just
the
says
number
in
one.
quotations. All it
No.
said was in quotations, that fucking cat.
He is he's like number one most wanted in Canada.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man.
Fuck.
So the overall, like the story I thought was good. I didn't really understand so spoiler. Okay, we're gonna hop into spoilers. I probably should say it now because I'm gonna probably start saying some spoilers without saying that I'm talking about them. So we're going into spoilers. If you haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and you don't want to be spoiled, tune out, watch the movie, come back. It's gonna be online forever and ever, and you can watch it whenever. And yeah, come back. Or if you want to be spoiled and don't give a shit, stick around because we're about to spoil it. When Robotnik is on the mushroom planet, which that whole sequence grossed me out. I love mushrooms, but it was like, like too much mushrooms.
There's so many references because that's a reference to Mushroom Hill. So.
Just the Goldberg machine that he built.
Yeah, I mean that was really
to
cool.
make. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's a little far fetched in some spots, but I'm like,
see, I caught a lot of references, but I was kind of disappointed how some of it was handled.
So these warriors, they come through a ring. Are these warriors like part of Knuckles' tribe?
They look like dudes to me.
They
look
look
human bros.
like humans. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I was very confused by that whole thing.
They just needed an excuse to get him off planet. It's fine.
Yeah. It was like, how do we get him back to Earth?
He could have made alliances along the way. I mean, who knows how old he is?
That's true. That's true.
Jeez, I just literally blanked out for a second there. I think like Sonic, the whole like everything with Sonic being at home alone and like all of his shenanigans and stuff, that whole sequence was way too long.
Yep.
We did not need it for like 15 minutes. Like show that he's doing some crazy stuff that he's not supposed to. And I like, and the fact that he like cleans everything up real good and quick. Cool. But like, it just was too much. It's just too much of it. No, keep going.
No, I say it just goes on. And like, honestly, that's great. That's the angle they're going for, but I don't care. Like Sonic's a kid staying with these people. Like, like I don't dig that angle. Like it was weird.
Also, too much focusing on the wedding of
way too fucking much
of Maddie's sister there. This is Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? I understand you need to kind of make sure that you still care about his adopted parents, but it's too much. Just too much of it. Way too much. But I guess the reason they did it was the fact that, oh, hey, here's the twist. The guy that the sister's marrying isn't what he seems. It's like, okay, but we didn't need 20 minutes of whatever the fuck I just watched.
It established that agency gun, which they could have done. They could have literally done all of it without any of the wedding stuff. Just have them get kidnapped when they get kidnapped in the movie.
Bro, did that guy who played the commander, I swear he was drunk this entire movie. Like he must have been so like he was like, I'll do it, but I need some booze before we go. Before we
he's like, I've already been paid.
The old commander there.
Yeah. Wait a minute, there's the Olive Garden guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you the Olive Garden guy?
He is literally just coasting through this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
He's hamming it up, but he's also coasting.
Dude, he was in Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
He's the dad of the main character.
He's in Snakes on a Plane.
Is that the one that dies in the front porch?
No.
Or is that the other dad? Oh, okay.
No, the one where like he blames or like the daughter thinks he killed the mom, but it was actually Freddy.
Yeah, because
Spoiler
there
alert, Freddy vs.
she was.
Jason, that's 20 years old.
Oh, he was giving her the hypnosil or
There's gonna
whatever.
be a
Yeah.
statute of limitations for spoiler
Yeah.
alerts.
I don't give a shit. You haven't seen Freddy vs. Jason and you just got spoiled. I'm sorry, I guess. Like,
Murder in Space.
I like The Littlest Hobo.
Littlest.
That's a TV series for 4 fucking years.
this is the most outrageous fresh cuts we've ever done.
This is the most outrageous cast with weird ass shit going on.
Oh my god. So yeah, it was just, I think the fact that this movie is 2 hours long and there was just a lot of just added padded stuff that just didn't need to be in there. What else is he in? Okay, what else do you want to share, Dan?
I'm confused.
Jesus
He's like
Christ,
getting
guys.
super excited about
He's
it.
in Scanners too.
Oh.
There was a Scanners too.
There was in Scanners too, apparently.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I felt that was important to bring up, though it's really
He's
not.
super excited. I'm like, what is like pointing at?
Fucking Scanners.
I'm like, I'm just here.
I'm sorry, Carrey.
Oh, I don't even know what to say about this movie. Like, it's a lot of fun. Like, the plot is very simplistic. It's literally a video game. Like, if you think about it, it's literally like you're going through levels of a video game to then get this, to get this objective. But of course, the villain takes the objective, and you have to do a boss battle at the end. That is literally what this movie is. It's literally Robotnik. At first, his whole thing is trying to get revenge on Sonic for sending him to the mushroom planet.
Yeah.
But when he finds out about this like all powerful emerald that Knuckles talks about, he's like, well, that's my new objective. I'm going to get this so that I can be all powerful and then I can destroy Sonic and, rule the world. It's like, okay, it's a video game. It's literally, I mean, to be honest, like Sega, hey, just make a video game out of this movie and it'd probably be more successful than your last 7 Sonic games. So other than like the like Sonic Mania, we won't include the 2D Sonic games that they did.
Sonic Mania and Sonic Generations was pretty good.
It's all the 3D ones.
What is Sarah's playing? Sarah's is playing
Sonic Spinball?
Yeah, Sonic Spinball.
That only game kind of sucks, but the opening level is a great song.
She is enjoying it, so.
There are some good references in this movie. Like, of course, the Mushroom Hill Zone being like the first planet or whatever he's on.
Yeah.
Of course, it still takes place in what, Green Hill Zone? Or Green Hills. It's the name of the city.
Yeah.
They go snowboarding, which is a reference to the Ice Cap Zone. And then he does the temple, which is a reference to... It's either the Marble Zone, Aquatic Ruin Zone, or some other one. But the thing is, like, they don't ever use the fucking music. Not a once! They could have done, like, one where it's orchestrated and it blends into the fucking soundtrack. Not a once do they do that.
It's the aquatic... I assumed since they went underwater...
That's the one where you drown all the fucking time with the bubbles.
Yes.
Yes, and there's a moment where he inhales the bubble underwater, which is a reference to him not wanting to swim because he can't swim. And then the giant robot at the end is a reference to the giant robot at the end of Sonic 2, which this whole thing kind of very closely follows Sonic 2, obviously.
It's a mix of ideas between Sonic 2 and 3, according to the director.
Yes, and they actually did Super Sonic right. And I was actually I thought they were going to fuck that up.
Super Saiyan.
Yes, he's always been that way.
Oh, he went Super Saiyan.
That's what he does. Just give it the tails.
I didn't even know that was a thing, to be honest.
Absolutely, yeah. Because in Sonic 3, you get Super Sonic in Sonic 2. It's the first time he appears. You get all the Chaos Emeralds. You get 50 rings. You push jump. You jump in the air again twice. You turn into Super Sonic. There's your cheat code, kids. In Sonic 3, though, you got the regular emeralds and then another set of emeralds, and you could turn to Hypersonic. And you could do Hyper Knuckles and then Super Tails. So there you go, video game logic. But you needed Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I've only seen people play it. I've never.
I have an idea of the tweet I'm going to put out tomorrow when this releases. It's going to be in this video / recording. There is a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 review, but you really have to find it. You really have to look hard to find it.
It's with the bottom of the cereal box.
That's literally what this is
Yes.
gonna be, because this is so like we
Please.
are like everywhere right now. And it's okay.
No, it's
This is
totally.
what Fresh Cuts is all about. We don't do our normal plot breakdown or anything. We'll talk
Yeah.
about different things.
And it's a
from the
video
movie.
game.
It is.
movie.
That's what I just said. It's a video game. Like
It's very linear.
it's
very
fun,
predictable.
though. It's fun.
Yeah,
I had a blast watching it.
I didn't care for a lot of the stuff in the beginning, like you said. Like I didn't care about him being a kid, the wedding stuff, and the dance off in Russia. I felt was not
Yeah,
relevant
people
at
liked
all.
that, and I was
I
like,
didn't.
it wasn't. To be honest, I wasn't like the music choice. They always got to pick such stupid fucking songs. I'm so sick of
Right?
Uptown
They should
Funk.
have played
Stop it.
Moscow.
Yo,
Yes!
please. Fucking
That would have been
yes.
such a better choice when you're
Rasputin.
in.
Yes.
Yes, when
Please.
the scene takes place in Siberia, Russia. Why are we not playing songs that relate to that area? Okay, instead we're
Dang it,
playing
now I've got it
Uptown
in my
Funk.
head.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's
Like
so
I said, there
dumb.
should have been
Yes.
more Sonic music. Please.
Yeah,
It's got a
seriously.
great soundtrack.
It's like when the Super Mario Brothers movie comes out next year and they don't use any of the Mario music, and it's like
one
what?
song is gonna go to play one time during the movie. They're gonna be sitting there hanging out, and it's gonna be like, "Do the Mario," and it's gonna play the whole song. Swing your arms from side to
Yes.
side.
You're on from side to side.
Come on, it's time to go do the Mario. Take a step, and then again.
Oh my god, I hate everything.
Yeah. That
Hey,
didn't happen in
you're
the second movie.
Wait, is
Mario
that from?
shirt.
Wait, is that in Super Mario? Like the shitty Super Mario Brothers movie?
No, it's in the shitty Super Mario Brothers television show. Remember where it had
Oh.
the wrestler, I can't think of his name, and the other guy
Yeah.
where they were live action and Shaq would show up for no reason. and then they played the actual Mario Brothers cartoons. Yeah, during that segment. Yeah, that show was great. Way a billion times better than that shitty ass movie with Mario and Luigi Mario. But anyway, a lot of the movie could have been an hour and a half long.
Yes, 100%.
The second half of the movie is so much better. I love Knuckles and his he doesn't understand anything. He's all about honor and fighting. He's very simplistic. But I love him. He's a nice dynamic to Sonic and Tails, like a counterpoint.
Get the fist bump.
Yeah, they're not like, I don't know. They don't feel all like the same character, which they easily could have done.
Yeah, I do like.
And then Robotnik being Robotnik. So.
Yeah, he was the only human character I really cared about.
Oh, that's same. I didn't give.
I mean, I didn't hate was it Tom and what's the wife's name in the movie? Maddie. I didn't dislike them. I just to be honest, if they weren't in the movie, I probably wouldn't have been like, oh no, where is this person? Like Robotnik is the only one that I really am like, he is the only one that matters really because he's the villain.
So what should have happened is cut a lot of the bullshit out of the beginning.
Yeah,
they should have been like, "Hey, we're going off to Hawaii. Be good while we're gone." They were gone the entire fucking movie, and then again, you'd like to see him at the very end.
Yeah,
and they'll kind of hear what happens. Like, "Oh, Sonic, you're so good." Blah blah blah. blah.
And
you've ascended past. And he's like, "Oh, you think I'm Super Saiyan? I'm going to show you a form beyond Super Saiyan." He'll power up for 5 minutes, and then go to Super Saiyan 3, but it'll just be 5 minutes of yelling. I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Z reference, but carry on.
But I mean, in reality, you're not signing James Marsden to a movie and having him in it for 5 minutes.
I know.
That's just not how.
Yeah,
he's too damn charming.
Well,
this role was his problem.
I get how they tied him into the whole because he's like used this ring to get back, and of course, him being him.
The wedding ring.
Misplaced it. Wedding ring. Like, how the hell do you just lose this ring?
Those are the scenes that just bother me the most from comedies. Is those awkward, I need to confront something during a very important thing that's going on.
It in your pocket.
Leave it alone, man. What's it gonna happen? Is it gonna suck him? Is it gonna turn him inside out and kill him like a terrible Mortal Kombat finisher?
What if it did?
Finish him.
A rated R Sonic 2.
I'd watch the shit out of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Gary, we need a horror Sonic game.
Well, he did mention actually. There's a couple other things I forgot were mentioned. When Robotnik deploys all of his little drones, there's the ones that look like the wasps.
Yeah,
those are obviously very reminiscent of the bee ones from Sonic 2, 3, whatever wasp ones. But then he talks about forgive me if I'm wrong. He says a line about at the end of the movie about taking over the planet and turning everyone into robots, which is a reference to the Sonic Adventures of Sonic television show I told you about, because Robotnik would capture the animals and stuff and
Yeah.
the citizens and turn them into robots,
Right.
which is a reference to that. So
I still like the whole uh when Robotnik first shows up with Knuckles and he comes in on the lawnmower.
oh yeah, kicks the lawnmower. Okay, where the fuck do they get off using "Walk" by Pantera? Like randomly, like I'm fine with like use some heavy ass like Raining Blood or some shit like that, or Gojira or whatever, Cannibal Corpse, but like why just randomly there?
These kids in the theater are like, "Mommy, what is happening?" It's such an aggressive song for a
it's
Sonic
so
movie.
good. It's so good. I was like, what is this? I was like, walk?
When I literally hear the first with the opening of that song, I'm like, is this happening right now?
Yeah, I know. I was like, where am I?
Yeah.
Dimebag, you're back.
God, that's great.
Yeah, but the whole scene, Knuckles is like hanging on for dear life, and
stairs.
yeah, he's like, oh,
there's stairs.
okay.
Ooh, look at me! I am the distraction.
Jim Carrey just hamming it up as always. He's so funny. Oh man, I
Oh,
love the Robotnik robot at the end that looks like the Robotnik from the games, and like you said, it's from the end of, or it's reminiscent to the end of the Sonic 2. I really like, just to talk about I really love that they made a poster for this movie that looks exactly like the poster or the cover of Sonic 2.
Yeah.
I was like, bravo, these people fucking care. Okay, where are all the other people who are making video game adaptations into movie? Like they're making movies based on video games. Where is the care like Sonic? All right, people, Sonic is a joke when it comes to the video game franchise as of late, at least in the last like 10, 15 years since.
It's 15.
Yeah.
It's almost like they take the Cliff's Notes version of all the games and they're like, okay, we're just gonna make a movie. It's like
Resident Evil came out and that motherfucker just
how
cherry picked ideas out of it.
How can they not get it right? I don't understand. You have all that source material. What are
play
you doing?
the game before you make the movie.
You literally could take the first game and make a great movie out of it. They tried with this latest one, but then they were like, "Nah, we're gonna add a little bit of this and this." And it's like, no, stop, please.
You gotta have some kind of knowledge of what you are making before.
Yeah. You don't just do it.
Dive into it. Like you can't just jump into the deep end and be like, well, I kind of know what this is about.
Well, some people just do it for the name, like Godzilla 98.
Yeah.
It's all marquee value, baby.
But then you have people who are just hating on certain movies that are actually good video game adaptations, like Assassin's Creed. I will defend that movie, saying it's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, we've not watched it.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't really spoil it for you because I kind of don't remember everything that happens. But I thought it was visually really good. I thought it looked like what I would imagine Assassin's Creed being like in live action. But people, it's just fucking can't be happy with anything. Yet we're getting, we got, Super Mario Brothers the movie. We got the Lara Croft movies with Angelina Jolie. Like, what do you want? We got Blood Rain. Remember Blood Rain?
You have those gatekeeping people that are like they're so into the franchise that they can't be happy. There is nothing you can do to make them happy.
I know all about that.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention, just speaking of movies that were good, that were video game adaptations that weren't like critically received, but I just feel are just a good movie. Rampage.
It was fun.
It was a fun movie. What else could you want from it?
You're taking a game that is literally just monsters destroying a couple buildings, and you're turning it into a full length. I mean, Jesus, they made a Need for Speed movie. They made a Battleship movie, which actually, to be honest, I'll defend Battleship too. I thought Battleship was a pretty fun movie.
I want a Hungry Hungry Hippo game. I want that R-rated Hungry Hungry Hippo movie.
It's called Jumanji. Welcome to the jungle.
R-rated. Eat everything.
Just literally, just absolute destruction.
Giant hippos coming out of the sky eating people.
Yeah, they'll kill you 3 times before you hit the ground.
I
You know
mean,
what
you
video
really
game? You know what
can.
movie I'm surprised we haven't gotten is a Monopoly movie. Like it's just the greedy Monopoly
Uno.
man just twirling his mustache, just laughing as all
Dang
the
it! Now
people below him
all
just
I
are
can see is
Uno.
Is he penny bags
Reverse.
or something?
no. All I can see
Ace
is
Ventura.
Ace Ventura.
You do not pass go. You do not collect
$200.
$200. And look at you. It's the Monopoly guy.
guy. Oh, Jim Carrey. Hey, it all comes together.
Yes.
Well, you're coming back to
Oh
it.
my goodness. But yeah,
Can we talk about the ending?
Oh yeah. So at the end, Knuckles is a villain throughout this movie. He's helping Robotnik, but because Robotnik is just solely focused on getting that gem, Knuckles is like, "You suck." Yeah. And so he teams up with Sonic, which is cool because they all like Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails all team up to stop Robotnik and his really cool looking Robotnik robot that is huge.
Yeah, it's all a reference to Sonic 3 because the same thing happens. Knuckles is a bad guy for.
I mean, they're like this big, and he's like this big.
And the whole thing of the cool thing of Sonic, taking in the gem, he turns Super Saiyan. And it just absolutely destroys Robotnik, and Robotnik, you presume, dies because he kind of falls into the rubble of his robot. And the way that Jim Carrey has been talking about retiring, who knows? It's kind of up in the air. Like they don't talk about finding a body. They don't talk about where's Robotnik. It just kind of leaves it. And then they're like, oh, but we found some, a testing site down. I can't remember where it was. And they go down to this lab, and it's Shadow the Hedgehog. Hey!
And I was like,
a character that's only been in the franchise since like what 2007, 2008.
With Sonic Adventure 2, so it'd been 2002, I think.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
I forgot Shadow was in that game.
Shadow.
Yeah, they better give him a gun.
You wanted Metal Sonic.
I wanted Metal Sonic from the Sonic CD. I want that aesthetic. That's what I want. I was like, give us fucking Metal Sonic. That's what I want. It would have been a great villain. Fucking bring it. Fuck it. Bring in, since you're doing Shadow in this next one, bring in Chaos.
I mean,
here you go.
Chaos from the first Sonic Adventure. Just
Sonic?
do it.
I don't. I know Shadow. Don't know any of the other guys.
Sonic Adventure was the last Sonic game I properly played until Sonic Generations and then Sonic Mania. So that's how close I am with the franchise. So very scattered.
So overall, we like this movie, right? We enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I was enjoying it. I'd watch it again.
I recommend it. If like you still have a chance to go see it in theaters, you got children. I mean, even if you're an adult and you don't have children, if you want to go see Sonic in theaters, I recommend it. It's always fun to watch movies like that in theaters because there's a lot of action, a lot going on. It's a fun movie. So, and it's probably going to come to Paramount Plus at some point because it's owned by Paramount. So,
I mean, the kids enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a dissect that film cut and just cut all the worthless bullshit out of the movie, make it an hour and a half.
We could just do that for a lot of movies.
Yep.
But so our next fresh cut, hopefully, at least for me.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, for everybody.
Hopefully even if one of us has to go by ourselves,
I'll go naked. It doesn't bother me none. What are we talking about?
We are going to be hopefully talking about The Northman, which is the new Viking epic from Robert Eggers. I'm very excited to see this. Hopefully I'll be able to see this before next week when we end up recording. If not, if we don't do it next week, we'll try to get it out as soon as we all get to see the movie. But yeah, if you're watching this video on its original release, tomorrow will be my episode 5 review of Moon Knight, and Friday will be our podcast episode talking about the Lego Batman movie, which was a blast. I laughed a lot. That's spoiler alert. It was a fun episode to record. And then this weekend, we're going to be recording our episode of The Batman for episode 52 of the podcast. So very excited for all that.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it again.
What?
So, I apologize to anyone who clicked on this video expecting it to all just be about Sonic 2 and us talking about our love for it, but unfortunately it wasn't. But you know what? Screw it. This is always a blast to do, even because we always get on our side tangents, and it's fun to kind of go down certain rabbit holes. And listen, there's a Sonic 2 review in there somewhere. You just gotta find it.
Exactly. And remember, Sonic will always be a gateway to the furry fandom, and that's okay. And secondly, go watch Jurassic Park 3.
Did not expect it to go that way, but hey, you know what? I agree.
That was definitely
It's a gateway drug. I'm telling you, it has to be.
All right,
Is
everybody.
that why Sarah wears cat ears?
Is that what? Where's Kaz?
Sarah's.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't know if that's. I don't know. Maybe.
All right, everybody. Until next time, I am Brett Parker. That's Dan and Angela of D&A Gaming. We are Dissected Film, and this has been the Dissected Film Fresh Cuts of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. See y'all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Silly dogs.